Hey, welcome to Get Ready With Me, Louise. So today I'm clearly in the spirit of Halloween. Well, kinda. I'm wearing orange. I mean, that says a little bit, doesn't it? To me it does. But anyway, I painted my nails. I mean, I went all out, I think. Kinda. But anyway, we're gonna be doing the Hocus Pocus collection. Hocus Pocus 2. So really it's the third round of Hocus Pocus, but it's supposed to be for part 2 of it. Have y'all watched it? Just out of curiosity, what did you think? Do you think the first one's better? Do you think the second one's better? I don't think it was bad. And I do like the way they left it open, because now there could be more of it, or maybe even a series of it. So I do like that. I think the ending, though, well, they were both pretty good. But I'm going to tell you, the first Hocus Pocus ending had me crying. Even though it was a good thing, it still had me crying. This one didn't have me crying, though, so I don't know really which one. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. Let's put it like that. That's for sure. So we're going to be doing part 2. And we got, what do we got? We got an eyeshadow palette, 3 glosses, a highlighter palette, and some of these Jelly Much shadows. And the cat ears. I gave those to my granddaughter already. So, I mean, I do like the Jelly Much. We got a purple, like a white, iridescent one, I guess. And then a orangey toned one. They're pretty. They're a mess to work with. It's just not my favorite thing to work with. I've played with one, and that's enough for me, to be honest. Why I got them, I don't know. The same, oh, and there's a mascara in it too. Okay, so I see what, alright. The glosses, they're glosses. I mean, I'm wearing this one here. We're Young. Honestly, when I put it on, it almost reminded me of the NARS Orgasm, which I like. But even it doesn't look much the same, to be honest, in color wise. But it kind of it's kind of remember, like when I put it on, I thought of this one. But this one's better. But you get my point to it. They're glosses. They're not the best. They're not the worst. But they're glosses. If you got them, you won't be disappointed, especially with the price point. So if really they're good for the price point. The highlighter, y'all, I don't know about this. First off, it's like Fort Knox trying to get into it. However, I don't know if yours is all like this, but it's almost like it's wet. It's so weird. It's like, I mean, I don't remember their other highlighters being like this. This is like almost wet. But this is the color of it. I am wearing it today. It's cute. For Halloween, it's cute. It goes with the collection. It's on theme. This is the front of it. That is the inside of it. But it's like wet. Like, look at the wrap. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. And it was hard to put on with a blush. Or with a blush, yeah. It was hard to put on with a blush. Brush. So I will say that it did. I finally did get it on. I just had to really like push it into the brush because it is such a wet formula, and I do not remember the rest of them being like that. But maybe I'm wrong. What else was there? Let's see. Blush. I decided to go with the Dior Coral one. It's orange. I think it goes really well with the outfit though. And then this is the eye look we're going to create. So this is the palette. Hocus Pocus 2. So packaging. What do I think of packaging? And this is the mascara. We'll get to it. Why is that shaking? Do you hear this? Do their other ones shake? Hold up. No. Their other BFF liner mascaras don't shake. Alright, interesting. Maybe it's to represent bats. I don't know. The packaging to this is cute, and the same with the rest of the other 3 things. They're cute. This here packaging, I have to agree, it is kind of like too cartoony. compared to Chanel. Get down. Chanel. Oh, my cat. Anyway, it's a little cartoony, but I mean, it's not that bad. It's not like I care, you know what I mean? And then these are the shades. I will say this is more Halloween-y to me than, well, the first palette. It was pretty good. It was more of a grungy, dark look, though. But to me, it more represented witches to me. The very first palette. The second palette, I didn't really, whatever. But this one, I'd put the first palette as my number 1, this one as my number 2, and then the second palette as my number 3, if I was, like, ranking them. But I do like this one. I find it very easy to use, the color story-wise, whether you went down the rows or mixed and matched. I do think it has a pretty color story. I don't know if... There we go. That way you get a look at it from all sorts of light, like different lights and stuff. So I do like it. Let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll create this look here. That way you know. For the eyeliner, I used part of the first one, I think. Maybe the second one. It's the Trick or Treat. I used it. And I was actually... Do you see it? Oh, my black flame candle is back here behind my Tatcha. I was going to light it, but then I thought I'd probably catch my house on fire. So I did not light it. Anywho, I have backup to that. I bought 4 of them. 5 of them. I bought a bunch of them, nonetheless. Okay, let's go into Havoc first. And we're just going to start with that shade. I did enjoy playing with this palette, to be honest with you. And I like Colourpop's formula. And for the price point and all, like, it's pretty good, to be honest. I'd have to say it's one of the best ones really out there for the price point, as far as price point goes. Because really I can't think of a drugstore. Yeah, I can't think of a drugstore palette that I could even say, oh, well, yeah, that's better than Colourpop, to be honest. Because drugstore is pretty much Colourpop's price point. And it's a good formula, you know. Easy to work with. Buildable, blendable, for the most part. I mean, they've got hit or miss shades like any brand, but for the most part, I haven't had any issues anyway out of them, to be honest. And I have quite a few palettes from them. I went into the wrong shade. I tell you, I've been having a day into a night. I've been having a day into a night. It's like an ongoing thing. I didn't get up early today. I got up late, which, you know, kind of a good thing, bad thing, whatever. That's neither here nor there, really, with me. But then my daughter cocked an attitude. My 9-year-old. Is she 9 or is she 10? 9 or 10? 9. 10. 9. 9. 9? 9. I'll get it eventually. Oh, boy. So anyway, she cocked an attitude when she got home from school. And to be honest, I didn't know why. Because when she got off the bus, she was fine. And then, like, she cocked an attitude almost, like, right after she got home is when I noticed it. And then I didn't know what was going on. And at first I thought maybe her brother did something, but it started before her brother. So when her father got home, she really was having at it with, you know, her attitude. And then she got over that, and then it was because of me. It's always because of me. Isn't it always the mother's fault, to be honest? I mean, I guess in a way it is always, but not really. I mean, I did blame my mother for everything under the sun too, so you know, I guess it's just a repeat thing. It is my fault because I was on the phone with her father and I didn't. She needed to ask me something and I wasn't listening because I was on the phone with her father. So that's what ticked her off. Boo hoo, right? But anywho, we got over that. And then I sat down. Oh, I'm sorry. The first shade I went into Havoc. The second shade I went into is Witch Hunters, which really isn't much darker. Havoc is right here. And then I went into this. And in all honesty, I mean, you didn't need both of these colors, to be honest. To me, they pretty much, I mean, one is obviously darker than the other, but they're so similar, like, you can barely tell a difference. And it's almost like I just buff the darker color out or put it on later up top. Like, there's not really a, but I guess you do have a nice gradient with them. I'm using all synthetic brushes too, of all different brands, to be honest. So nothing real special, but you know, they're still good brushes. Now we're going to go into Observe, which is this matte purple right here with a, it looks like an imprint of an eye. And I'm just going to put that in the outer portion here. Did it kind of sloppily. Just to darken up this outer corner a little bit. To be honest, I just kind of slapped that together over there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really did. I was aggravated and I was just like, I don't even care. I just slapped something on. Which I guess that goes to say about Colourpop shadows, you know. You can just sort of sloppily put them on and they blend and, you know, work together nicely, all the shadows, and create a cohesive look. So that was a plus for me. I really didn't have to think too much about it, and I like that, to be honest and fair. I mean, I like I said, Colourpop shadows are pretty good, to be honest. They're not bad at all. Aren't bad at all. And I do feel like they could charge a little higher than if they wanted to. But I'm not going to complain. I like the fact that, you know, they are cheaper. Because it does give everybody a chance to purchase it if they want it, you know. And I think that's nice. I think that's nice, personally. Great. Going back into that first shade. Buff, buff, buff. Buff, buff, buff. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Now we're going to go into this orange, which is called Doomed. And I'm going to run it under the lower lash line. And I'm going to use the Hocus Pocus mirror. Why me? Alright. I drop these brushes so much. And we're just going to run it on the lower lash line. This orange here is almost the color of my shirt. Okay. Then I'm going to take that purple that I was just using, Observe, And I'm just going to line right on my lash line with this. And then go back into that Doom shade, that orange to blend. And I actually kind of ran it up into that too. Yep. Alright, now what did I do? Who knows with me? It's hard to tell whether I did. Okay, yeah, I remember. Alright, so then I took the shade Wicked Ways. Maybe. I got something in my eye. I don't know. Alright, anyway, I took Wicked Ways, which is this metallic purple shade. And I didn't wet any of this. And I put it all over the lid. Except for like the inner portion. Because my thought process was this in a green, to be honest. And that was it. But I ended up adding a little more. I didn't get any fallout, but if you do want this more shiny or metallic looking, you do want to spray or lay something down in glitter glue. I didn't get fallout, but that doesn't mean you can't. So keep it in mind, you may want to spray. And then I went into the shade Brew Another Batch, which is this metallic green right here. And I ended up putting it in the inner corner here and taking it in. Like this. And I thought, well, that at first I thought it looked good together, but then I didn't. So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Because I didn't like it. And I do not want to start over ever. I just ain't got the time for it. That's the thing. It's not that I wouldn't start over. Like, if I really didn't like a look, I probably would start over. But it was like I just didn't have the time, you know? And I do want to get a look up on all these new palettes. And, so, you know, I work with what I got. And what I got is this palette. So, we have to work with it. So what I done was then I went into, went into the wrong shade with the wrong brush. That's what I did. How about that? Nothing new there. I went back into Wicked Ways to sort of darken it up. Thinking, well, maybe I can make them work. But then I realized that, you know, that wasn't looking right to me. So I then took Marvelous, which is this metallic orange right here. Or shimmer, I don't know, satin, I don't know what you want to call them. I'm not a makeup artist, just a consumer. And I put it between these two shades. To sort of, I don't know, maybe bring the whole look together. Or you know me, I had to bring my shirt into it somehow, and the lash line just wasn't enough orange, because you know I have to match for the most part. Sometimes I don't though, and I don't like that. I don't know why I have such an obsession with it, but I do. So I put the orange on, to sort of mesh the two colors together. And I do think that it worked. Like, I like the way that came out like that. That's cute to me. Then I went into the shade 17th Century right here. And just put it on the inner corner. Like that. And then up. I didn't do what I usually do and like run it across the crease or anything. I literally just kept it to the inner corner, which was fine. Okay. Sometimes Colourpop liners do not stay put. I will say that too. Sometimes they do, some don't though. So be aware of that also. I hate it when they don't stay put though. Okay. Now that's it with the palette. Now on to the mascara. Out of this whole collection, let me make sure. Are these even? Out of the whole collection, I will say that the Jelly Mud shadows, I mean, if you like them, then they're good as far as that goes. You know, the formula is the same. But if you don't like them, skip them. And then, wait until you see the mascara. That's the other one I'd say skip. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm just going back into that. What shade is it? Witch Hunters. The second shade that I used. The grayer, darker gray. Okay, there. I think I got besides the thing. Okay. I don't remember this band like this. A, the other one didn't shake, which I knew. And B, let me curl the lashes. I'm losing my ever-loving mind, y'all. I've lost my, oh, there it is. It's like I've lost the eyelash curler now. This video is going to be forever long. Alright, anyway, we're going to curl the lashes. I don't remember this mascara being like this, but it has been a while since I've used it because I'm not a big fan of it. It hasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't transferred. And it hasn't flaked. But can you even see it? Like, I don't even see my lashes, really. Like, you'll see. But does it ever flake putting it on? It is so, dry, I guess? I don't know. It's hard to even get it off of this brush. But it's like a purple is what it is. It's pretty. It is pretty. Like, it's a pretty color. But it is so hard to get onto the lashes. At least this one, mine. It's almost like it's dry. Like, it's been sitting there for a while. That's how dry this is. And this is the first time I've opened it. I haven't used it yet. Because I was waiting to do this collection before I used it, right? And it's a pretty purple at that, too, to be honest. It is a pretty color. But, A, it doesn't do anything for my lashes at all. And if you start to build on it, it just flakes. I mean, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. And I'm applying it like I would any other mascara, you know, I have. So even if it's error use, it's like, well, other mascaras perform okay with error use. But it's already, see, it's already flaking as I'm trying to even apply it. That's how dry this is. And I just gave up on it, to be honest. I mean, can you see the flakes of it, like down here? I mean, I don't understand it. Now, on the bottom lashes, it looks pretty good. Like it, well, I take it back. On the other side, it looks pretty good. Maybe it's already dried out and needs new. I just don't do anything for my lashes, to be honest. And even though, like, it is a pretty color, you really can't see it unless you're up close. I don't know. But their mascara, they definitely, that's the one thing they can definitely work on in their makeup line, is the mascara part. Alright, there we go. So this is the final look. Let me brush all this away. I just don't understand this mascara. I've never had a mascara flake this bad. So I don't even see if you can see it. I mean, it is a pretty, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. So this is the final look. Honestly, out of everything, I would just buy the eyeshadow palette. Personally, maybe an eyeshadow palette, maybe the eyeshadow palette and the lip gloss. That's it. And I would only buy the eyeshadow palette because of the color story. Because the packaging, I'm not that big of a fan on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care for this, but I really do like the color story. I think this color story is really, really pretty for, I mean, really any time of year, but especially for Halloween, like October for sure. So I do believe, like, in that sense, it's worth it. And of course, the shadows themselves are worth it. So I do think this, I don't know, maybe the highlighter. If you're a fan, if you like doing like colored highlighters, this is pretty packaging. It's sealed very nicely, so air will not get into it. So I could see that even. But mascara is an absolute no. The Jelly Much shadows, unless you like them, sure. But if you don't worry about them. But that's all I have for you today. The mascara, hell no. Hell no. It's going back here. And here's the thing. I have the brown one. And yeah, it isn't as dry as that at all. I can look at the one and see. And I have used the brown before. No, it's still not my favorite. Let you know, be clear. It's still not my favorite. But when I wanted a brown mascara, I would use that until I found, what did I replace it with? I replaced it with, what did I replace that with? The Benefit. Was it Benefit? I think it was Benefit. What is it? Surely I may have gotten rid of it. It may have gotten old, I guess. Nope. No. Here it is. Is it Benefit? Let me see. Yep. They're Real. The Benefit, They're Real in brown. Okay, so that's what I replaced that with. Then I actually replaced the Benefit with the Dream Pop. Oh, did you just see all that? By Charlotte Tilbury. The push-up lashes. So when I want a brown, because every now and then, you know, you want a brown. So, but that's not it. That's for sure. That color, that purple. And the Pat McGrath actually isn't bad, the color mascara. So I was really hoping this one was going to be good, but it's not. And it's a shame. Pat needs to come out with purple. That's what color she needs to come out with. That would be nice. Ooh, I'd be all over that. Alright, that's all I have for you today. I'll let you go because I've wasted enough of your time over a palette that's at this point considered old, because it's more than a week old. It's more than a day old with Colourpop, so but I hope it helped in some way if you were thinking about it, if it's up your alley or not. Again, if I was going to purchase anything, I would just purchase the palette and I would use a code. Tons of codes. What code do I use? I think I use Shay as the code I use, so it saves you, I think, 10%. You can also use Trend Mood, I believe. So there are codes out there. I'm sure there's other ones. Samantha, maybe. I don't know if Angelica has one or not. But, just use a code. Save money. That's the way I see it. And if you can save money off of this, that's even better because it's already so cheap. So that is all I have for you today for this collection. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I do upload. I upload almost every day. I upload every day but Sunday, but I've been uploading even on Sundays. And I will see you when the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.